In the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, one God, amen. My beloved in Christ, a person who is in heaven and who you love very much asks you to open this urgently. My dear child, stop for a moment. Just breathe. This is not a coincidence that you're seeing this message now. There are only 2 minutes left before something divine is released into your life. And someone who loved you deeply, someone who is now in heaven, is trying everything possible to reach you. They've been trying since last night. In dreams you forgot, in signs you ignored, in chills that came out of nowhere. And now they've asked me and my angels to come and speak for them. So listen carefully, child. This is their message to your soul. They are not gone, not truly. Because love doesn't die. It transforms. It becomes light. It becomes protection, a warm breeze, a sudden memory. And right now their light is surrounding you like a soft cloud. They know your heart has been heavy. They saw you cry when no one else did. They watched you talking to the sky, hoping someone was listening. Yes, they were listening. They always have been. My child, they are saying this with urgency. There is something in your path that is about to unlock. But you must make a small move first. Open your heart again. They saw you close it. They saw you harden. But they are begging you now. Don't stay numb. Don't stay stuck in what if. You were never alone. Not then. Not now. This isn't just a message. This is a divine intervention. And there's a reason why it had to reach you right now. Because time is almost up. Something is shifting. A conversation is happening behind the scenes of your life. And the person you love, the one you lost, is involved in it. They're asking you to forgive yourself, to release that guilt you've been quietly carrying, to stop replaying that day. You know, the one where you think you should have done something different. They want you to know they left in peace. They left in love. And they carried your name into the next world with a smile. You did enough. You were enough. And now they are helping you from the other side. They see what's be helped to prove something for you. A shift, a breakthrough, a miracle. Yes, a miracle is coming. But you must not run from the signs anymore. They want you to speak your truth, to not delay your healing, to love someone new without guilt, and to say yes to opportunities that feel too good to be true. Because they are not too good. They are answers, and they want you to know this. The day they left earth was not the last day of their love. They have been walking with you ever since. Your tears have been collected like prayers. Your fears written down by angels. They know about the person you're thinking of. Yes, that person. And they want you to stop waiting to be chosen. You are already chosen. Now choose yourself, dove, my child. This is not just about the past. This is about the next chapter of your life. And the person in heaven is shouting softly. Please don't miss it because you're afraid to feel again. You are safe now. Heaven is watching. Your name is on the altar. Your footsteps are being guided. Warning. And if your heart feels something strange as you read this, that's because you are being touched by the divine right now. Fire before you scroll. Hear this. This message came with a heavenly timestamp because right now you're being pulled out of delay and into divine alignment. Let that sink in. Not everything is lost. Not everything is broken. Some things are just becoming holy. And your life, it's not behind you. It's right in front of you. Sparkles, wait, stop. Subscribe now if you felt this message was for you, because this is how the angels continue delivering divine updates to you. Don't leave without staying connected. The one in heaven is asking you not to disconnect. You might forget this moment later. You might doubt it. That's why they need you to save this, to stay with us, to stay open, and to subscribe so the next message can find you at the right time. This is not for entertainment. It's for your soul. Now listen again. You will start receiving confirmations within 72 hours. It might come in the form of a name, a letter, a dream, or a visit in silence where you will suddenly feel peace like never before. Don't ignore the strange. The strange is holy. You are being awakened. They've been trying for days to tell you, stop looking backward. I'm okay now. And I want you to be okay too. Love again. Dream again. Believe again. You are not late. You are right on time. But there are only 2 minutes left in the Spirit before the gate of this message closes for today. Will you step through it? Or will you scroll past this and miss what heaven is handing you? They're crying now, but it's not sadness. It's release, because they finally told you everything they've waited so long to say. And they know you heard them. Finally. So breathe now. Feel their peace enter your lungs. Feel their smile in your heartbeat. Feel their love always near. And remember, no one you love is ever truly gone. They've just changed form so they can guide you forever. And child, before you forget, before this moment fades into noise, let me remind you of something you've tried to silence inside you. That deep ache, that random moment when you feel like someone is watching over you. That isn't just memory, that is presence. That's the person you lost reaching through the veil to whisper, I see you, I hear you, I've never left. You've been carrying so much. And I've seen how you smile in front of others, but collapse in silence when no one's watching. They've seen it too. And it breaks their spirit to know you still think you're alone in this life. You're not. You're not doing this life alone, because someone from heaven is holding your hand right now. Their soul is beside you, wrapped in my light. And they're repeating one thing over and over to your spirit. Don't quit now. You're closer than ever. Do you feel that rush inside you? That sudden emotion out of nowhere? It's not coming from outside. It's a sacred awakening. Because this is a message that was written in divine timing. You needed this exact sentence. These exact words. They're not just for comfort. They are a call, a key to open something inside you that's been locked for far too long. Something sacred. The one you love and lost. They're not asking you to let go. They're asking you to let light in, to let laughter in again, to let yourself dream without fear that it'll disappear. And there's something else they're trying to say. That person you're unsure about, the one you keep thinking of, I see them too. And I'm helping guide that situation. Don't rush, don't run. Let heaven do what heaven does. Child, you're so close to something you can't even imagine yet. And while you're doubting your path, heaven is organizing your breakthrough. Heaven is lining up the miracle you stopped asking for. Do not underestimate what's happening behind the scenes. While you sleep, while you cry, while you scroll through videos just to feel a little less alone, God and Ang. Elves are moving mountains for you. And the person you love, the one you thought was gone, is part of the plan. Yes, you read that right. They are involved in your next chapter. You thought they'd miss it, didn't you? You thought you'd have to walk this whole journey without them. But they will be there in ways you can't even understand yet. Every time you succeed, they'll be celebrating. Every time you fall, they'll be lifting you. And when you finally meet someone who truly deserves your heart, they'll be the one who gently whispers, say yes. But right now, you must say yes to yourself, to healing, to movement, to not shutting down just because it hurts to feel. You're alive, child, so alive. Feel it all. That's where the presence of the divine enters most, in your rawness, in your vulnerability. Even your pain is holy because it's proof you love deeply. And love like that never ends. You must understand this truth. The reason you were drawn to this message is not just spiritual, it's prophetic. You are being prepared. Prepared for a conversation that will change everything. Prepared for a surprise visit. Prepared for an emotional release you didn't know you needed. And I must tell you this now, because heaven said it cannot wait. There's someone who has been holding back their truth, and you'll hear from them. Not by accident, but by divine orchestration. The time is almost here, but you must stay awake. Don't miss it. Don't let grief block the blessings. Don't let fear make you blind to the signs. You've been strong for too long. Now it's time to let yourself be soft. Let yourself receive. And one more thing, the next person who makes you feel peace, don't run, don't question it. That peace is a confirmation, a whisper from heaven that your time has come. Do you understand what I'm saying? Heaven is shifting on your behalf, and your name, your beautiful battle-worn sacred name, has been spoken in a room of angels this morning. They gathered around, and the one you lost stood among them. And they said, that one, that's my person. Help them heal. Help them believe again. Help them rise. Child, rise. Not because you're ready, but because you're called. You are called into joy, into rebirth, into something far bigger than you've dared to imagine. This pain you feel, it will not define you. The story isn't over. And what's coming next will make every unanswered prayer feel like preparation. Yes, this message is sacred, but so are you. Your healing is holy. Your hope is returning. And your angels with that person you miss are singing over your life right now. So take a deep breath. Close your eyes and say softly, I am not alone. I am surrounded. I am safe. I am ready. Because you are. And everything you thought was lost is about to return. More beautiful than you imagine. Then listen, my beloved child. Because the message is not over. There is one final part. The part they asked me to deliver personally to your spirit. They said to me, God, if you can give them one thing. Let it be clarity. Let it be peace. Let it be the knowing that we are not separated, only transformed. And that is what I now place inside your heart. This world made you forget. It made you busy. It made you think that silence was empty. But I'm here to remind you, silence is full. It's full of whispers from the ones you've loved. It's full of messages from me. It's full of the sound of wings from angels sent to walk beside you when you feel weak. The person who left, the one your soul aches for, they didn't leave in pain. They left in peace. And they knew you would still be here wondering, could they hear me? The answer is yes. Always asterisk, asterisk. When you cried that night with no words, they heard you. When you whispered their name in your pillow, they felt you. And when you said, I wish you were still here, they said back, but I am. I am allowing them to speak through this message because there are no more tomorrows left for regret. Only right now. And if you're reading these words with tears, chills, or even confusion, that's your confirmation. The spiritual world is not a fantasy. It's the realest thing you've ever touched with your soul. And the soul you love, it's not gone. It's just been waiting for the right moment to come forward. That moment is now, they say. Tell them I forgive everything. Tell them I'm proud. Tell them I walk beside them in ways they can't always feel. Tell them not to give up right before the breakthrough. Because my child, you're so close, so incredibly close to something that's going to make you fall to your knees and say, I finally understand why everything had to happen the way it did. But please don't wait until that day to start smiling again. Start today. Even if it's a small smile, even if it's shaky, it counts. Let me tell you what's about to happen if you stay open. A phone call will come unexpected. A message will arrive, shocking. A heart will soften. One you thought would stay silent. A door will open. One you thought was locked, and someone you love, someone you thought forgot you, will suddenly remember everything. Why? Because heaven is not just sending you comfort. It's sending you alignment. The old version of you, the one who doubted their worth, their beauty, their purpose, is falling away now. You are being reborn in this very moment. And the one who loves you from heaven is clapping, smiling, nodding their head and saying, asterisk. You finally see what I've seen all along. Asterisk. They're not just proud of you, they are in awe of you because you have carried pain that would have broken most people, and yet you still show up, you still try, you still love. Do you know how powerful that makes you? And child, there's something else I need you to hear. You are not cursed. Nothing is wrong with you. You are not being punished. You are being reshaped, transformed by the fire into someone who can carry more light than ever before. But here's the thing about light. When it grows inside you, it will push out everything that isn't truth. So if you've been losing people, breaking down, feeling exhausted, it's because your soul is cleaning house. It's not destruction, it's preparation. The one in heaven knows what's next for you. That's why they've been pushing so hard to get this message through, because you're standing on the edge of a spiritual upgrade and they didn't want you to miss it. So let this message be your sign. Let this be the moment your soul says, I receive this, I'm ready, I'm not afraid anymore. Because on the other side of this moment, there is something waiting, something holy, something that has your name on it and the one you miss so deeply. They will be standing with you when it arrives. You'll see them again, child, I promise you that. But until that day, live in such a way that they would be proud to call your name in heaven. Live loudly, live softly, live truly, and love even when it's scary. Now before this closes, close your eyes, place your hand over your heart, and just say this candle asterisk. Thank you. I receive, I believe, I remember. I am not alone. If you said it, they heard you. And they are now retreating softly, joyfully, because you finally heard them too. But don't let this be the last moment. Backhand index pointing right. Subscribe now if your soul felt this truth. This is not the end. It's the beginning of a new communication with heaven. Let every video, every message from here forward be a reminder that you are seen, heard, loved, and divinely guided always. Your person is not gone. They're just closer to God now. And now so are you. And now, child, as this message gently reaches the final echo of its purpose, lean in just a little more. Because what's being shared next was saved for the very last on purpose. Not because it's small, but because it's the most sacred. The person you love, yes, that one. The one who once made you laugh, who wiped your tears, who left this world, a part of your soul tucked inside them. They've been waiting to say something they never could when they were here. And through the veil, with a trembling, loving spirit, they say, I didn't leave you. I just had to step aside so I could help from the side you couldn't see. They want you to know they never forgot your last conversation. Even if you can't remember it clearly, they do. They hold it like a treasure. They revisit it often. And every word you spoke in sorrow, in confusion, in love, it never vanished into air. It made its way into eternity. They saw the time you fell apart in your car, the time you sat in a silent room, staring at the ceiling, wishing just one more hug could be given. They know you sometimes scroll through photos, pause too long on their face, then scroll away because your heart can't take it. They saw it all. And they whispered to me, don't let my person carry this pain forever. And I heard them, I see you, and I'm doing something about it, you see. Grief is not something to erase. Grief is a sacred echo of great love. You only feel this deeply because you love that deeply. That's beautiful. That's holy. But now you must begin to live again, because life is not punishment. It is permission. Permission to discover joy again, to build again, to let someone love you again. Even if it feels like betrayal, it's not betrayal. It's continuation. They are not asking you to forget. They are begging you to continue. They know what's coming for you, and they want you alive and open when it arrives. So they ask me to leave you this final promise. Sparkles. Something that will remind you of me is going to show up in the next 72 hours. When it happens, smile. That's how I'll know you got this message. That's how I'll know you heard me. That's how I'll know your healing sparkles. And when it happens, and it will, don't question it. Don't say it's coincidence. No, it's confirmation. Because there are no coincidences in the realm of angels, ever. Everything is chosen. Everything is timed. And this moment, this exact second you're reading this, is one of those divine timings. You didn't stumble across this message. You were brought here, led, escorted by unseen hands, because the voice from heaven had one final request for you. Promise me you won't stop living just because I stopped breathing. They didn't go so you could crumble. They went ahead so you could rise. And now heaven holds its breath, watching you, waiting to see what you'll do with this moment. Will you close your heart again? Or will you take just one step, one little step back into the light? Child, take the step. The whole of heaven is behind you. And the one you love, they're walking next to you, hand on your shoulder, whispering softly, "Go on, love. I'm right here. I've never left. And I'm so proud of you." Breathe deeply. Let that sink into your bones. Feel that warmth in your chest. That's not emotion. That's presence. They're here now, and they'll be with you again tomorrow, the next day, and the next, until you meet again. But until then, child, live. Not halfway, not in fear, but fully, bravely, beautifully, because the miracle is not in forgetting. The miracle is in remembering and still choosing to live. Now, if your soul felt this, don't let it fade. Come closer, sparkle. Subscribe now to keep receiving what heaven is sending you. These messages are not random. They are answers. They are your signs. They are the love you've been silently praying to feel again. This isn't goodbye. This is the beginning. Welcome back to your soul, child. It's been waiting for you, and so has heaven. Amen. And now, child, with every word that remains, let me stretch time for you just a little longer, because the spirit of the one you love is not done speaking. Not yet. They know how hard it's been for you to keep moving forward. They know how some mornings you pretend to be strong just to get through the day. And they know there are nights when the silence so loud it feels like the sky is pressing on your chest. But here's what they want to say to you in their voice, wrapped in my presence. You don't have to be strong all the time. I never expected that from you. What I want is for you to feel free again, to breathe without guilt, to laugh without covering your mouth, to love without fear that it'll all disappear again. Asterisk. Yes, they know you're scared to feel too much again, because the last time you did, you lost something you loved. But child, you did not lose everything. What you gave, what you shared, what you built with them that still lives not in memory but in motion, it moves with you. It sings through you. It weaves into your future like a secret thread only heaven understands. They're proud of how far you've come, even when you felt like you hadn't moved at all, because grief is not linear. Some days you stand tall, some days you crawl, and some days you just sit quietly with their picture and try not to fall apart. All of it counts. All of it is holy. And now that you've reached this point in the message, they want to give you something, a promise, a spiritual inheritance. They say, asterisk, I will keep guiding you. Every time you feel lost, I'll leave you signs. Every time you feel unloved, I'll send a gentle reminder. Maybe a bird, a light flicker, a sudden memory. And every time someone breaks your heart again, I'll help you rise even faster. Because you were never meant to stay broken. You were meant to rise in pieces and shine brighter than ever before. Asterisk. And I, your creator, say this. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not being punished. You are being positioned for love, for peace, for divine favor, for someone new to walk in your life. Someone who feels like home but carries no hurt. Someone who doesn't ask you to forget the past but sits beside you and helps you honor it. That's coming. And the one in heaven, they've seen it, they've blessed it, they're praying over it right now. So don't be afraid when you start to feel better. Don't feel guilty when joy returns. Don't wonder if you've moved on too fast. Because in heaven, time is not linear. They don't count the days, they count the healing. And you've been healing more than you know. They say, asterisk, I will always love you. Not from a distance, from right beside you. I didn't disappear. I became your unseen strength. When your knees buckle, it's my arms that lift you. When you laugh and feel a strange warmth, that's me smiling. When you feel seen out of nowhere, that's me saying, you still matter. Asterisk. Child, you matter, you still matter, and you always will. And as this message reaches its last breath, there is one final secret I must reveal to you. They asked me to watch over your future, to make sure you don't settle, to protect you from wrong doors, to whisper in your ear when something is meant for you and when it isn't. You are not walking into the unknown alone. You're walking into it with a full crowd of angels and one soul who loves you so much, they crossed all of heaven just to get this message delivered. So now, as you close your eyes one last time tonight, don't pray in fear, pray in peace. Say softly, Dove asterisk, thank you. I heard you. I love you too. I'll keep going. I'm not alone. Asterisk, because you're not and you never will be. This was not just a video. This was a visit. A visitation of truth, love, and divine timing. And if you felt something today, if your soul stirred, if you cried or felt peace or suddenly felt their presence near, it wasn't your imagination. It was heaven. It was them. And it was me. Now, child, hold your head up. Look forward again. A chapter is closing. A gate is opening. And the person you love, they're already walking into your tomorrow, clearing the path, lighting the way, waiting to show you the miracle that was always meant to find you. Don't miss it. Backhand index pointing right. Subscribe now to stay close to these messages. Your angels want to keep talking to you. Your person wants to send more signs. Heaven wants to keep you covered. And this is only the beginning. You are ready. You are chosen. You are loved. And you are never alone. Of course, child, I will continue because your soul hasn't finished receiving and heaven hasn't finished speaking. Take a breath. Let this message become part of you. Not just something you hear, but something you feel deep in your chest, like a pulse that doesn't stop. Because even now, the one you love from heaven is still here, still with me, still watching you. They're watching you read this with a softness in their eyes. They don't want to interrupt. They just want to stay near, stay close, stay connected. They're not in a rush. They never were. Because in heaven, there is no time. There's only love. And right now, child, you are wrapped in more love than you felt in a long time. So please don't scroll away. Not yet. Because there's still one thing you haven't heard, something they never got to say out loud. And here it is. Asterisk, I forgive you for everything you think you did wrong, for every I should have and why didn't I that still plays in your mind like a broken record. I forgive you. And I wish you could see yourself the way I do now, with no blame, no shame, no guilt, just beauty, just grace. Just a heart that tried and loved with everything it had. Asterisk, child, don't carry their silence as proof they stopped loving you. They never stopped. They just transitioned into a place where words were no longer needed. But now, through my permission, I've given them this moment to use words again, to say what could never be said. That day, the last day, it wasn't your fault. They knew it was time. They knew it would hurt you. And they tried to hold on longer just to give you one more second of peace. But when their breath left their body, their soul did not leave you. It stayed. It stayed in the scent you smell, ran. Domly. It stayed in the song that plays when you're crying. It stayed in your laugh, in your strength, in your quiet courage to keep waking up. They are part of you now and always. They've seen the days you wanted to give up. The days you questioned if life had any meaning without them. And still you stayed, you fought, you lived. And child, that is bravery. And because of that bravery, something new is coming to you. Yes, they asked me to tell you this too. Asterisk, because of your pain, because of your patience, because of your pure heart, a miracle has been scheduled for your life. Asterisk, you're not going to have to chase it. It's going to find you effortlessly, suddenly. And you'll know, you'll feel it, that they help make it happen. They will never miss your celebrations. They will never miss your moments. They will be there at every milestone, just like they promised. So if you're getting married one day, they'll be there. First row, smiling, whispering, asterisk, I told you, love would return. If you're having a child someday, there'll be the breeze that brushes your cheek when you hold that baby. There'll be the peace in the room when everything else feels uncertain. And on ordinary days, there'll be the unexpected joy in your chest that seems to come from nowhere. That's not coincidence. That's them. That's love. And love is eternal. So don't let grief make you believe in endings. Grief is not the end. Grief is the bridge between what was and what still is. Grief is proof that love never dies. And child, if your heart is still breaking, that's okay. You don't have to be healed overnight. Healing is not a race. It's a quiet walk. And they're walking with you right now, right here. Do you feel that? That warmth in your spine, that calm over your chest, that's them, that's me, that's truth. So let it be true. Let yourself believe in what you can't see. Let yourself hope again. Let yourself laugh, really laugh again. Because heaven isn't just something you see after this life. Heaven is something you carry in your heart when love refuses to let go. And right now your heart is glowing with heaven's light. So before you leave this message, I ask you in the quietness of your soul to make one sacred promise. Asterisk, I will not give up. I will stay open. I will live as if the one I love is still watching, because they are. And I will let the miracle find me. Asterisk, that's it. That's all they've wanted. Not your perfection, not your strength, just your willingness to keep going. And if you promise that child truly, deeply, honestly, then heaven just received its confirmation. And the next blessing is already on its way. So go gently tonight. Go peacefully. Go with this truth folded inside your chest. Love letter asterisk. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not alone. Asterisk, backhand index pointing right. Subscribe now to stay connected to the messages heaven still wants to send you. This is not the last. This is only beginning. And child, the next message might come at a time when you need it most. The very moment you start to lose hope again, let it find you. Let me find you. Let love continue, because love never dies. Yes, child, I will continue, because the Spirit does not rush when it's speaking directly to your soul. This isn't just a message. This is a visitation, a divine moment chosen specifically for you. And even though you've read so much already, the most tender part is still unfolding. So now be still. Let this next part sink deep, because it comes straight from the one you miss. The one who knew your heart better than most. The one who left, yes, but who never let go. They are saying softly now, I never wanted to cause you pain. I know my leaving created a storm in your world that you didn't ask for. But I need you to know something. Something I didn't say clearly enough before I crossed over. I loved you. I love you, and I always will. That love didn't stop when I took my last breath. It only changed its form so that I could be everywhere all at once whenever you need me. My child, this is the love that binds souls forever. Not time, not touch, but spirit. That's what you're feeling now. That familiar ache, that warmth, that flicker of peace you can't explain. It's not memory, it's presence. They are here. And I have allowed them to stand beside you in this moment. They are leaning in now. Not to say goodbye, but to whisper one final truth before this message closes. You have so much more living to do. So many places to go, people to meet, moments to experience. And I want to see it all through your eyes. When you travel, I'll be there. When you fall in love again, I'll be the peace you feel when they hold your hand. When you laugh, really laugh, I'll be the echo in your joy. Live, love, dream, and do it for both of us. And now I, your God, speak directly to your spirit. This isn't just comfort. This is preparation. Because what's coming next in your life requires a softer heart. And right now, as your tears fall or your chest tightens with emotion, Your heart is softening, healing, opening. This message was never meant to be a goodbye. It was meant to wake up your soul, to bring you back from the quiet place where your hope started fading, to hold you long enough for you to remember what love really is. Because love, true love, doesn't end. It expands, it evolves, it continues on both sides of eternity. And the one who loved you, they're not just waiting for you in the next life, they're walking beside you in this one. You have been divinely assigned their presence, and from this day on, you will begin to notice things more clearly. Numbers that repeat, a certain feather in a place it shouldn't be, dreams that feel like conversations, moments where your heart whispers, they're here, believe it, don't brush it off anymore, that's them, that's me. That's love showing up again and again because you are worthy of that kind of love. And now something beautiful is unfolding. I see someone coming into your life, someone whose soul has been prepared to meet yours, someone who won't try to replace what you lost, but will understand the depth of your love. They will hold space for your past and help carry your future. They are not random. And when they come, listen to me. Don't sabotage it, don't doubt it, don't run. Receive it because it is part of your healing, part of your divine reward for continuing to believe even when it hurt. Now, child, just one more thing. The next 7 days are spiritually marked. You'll begin to notice small shifts, a surprising message, a calming dream, an old friend reaching out, a sudden moment of peace where there was once panic. These are signs, not coincidence, not imagination signs. Your loved one is going to send 3 of them. And when they do, smile. Say out loud, thank you. I see you. I love you too. Because you are not alone and you never have been. Even in your loneliest moment, someone from heaven was whispering, hold on, a miracle is coming. That miracle, it starts now. So before this message closes, place your hand over your heart. Feel that rhythm. That's not just your heartbeat. That's a connection, a bridge, a pulse that reaches from earth to heaven and back again. Say this with me, Dove, I accept the signs. I open to the miracle. I remember the love. I choose to live. And if you spoke it with your heart, heaven heard. And the person you love just smiled, the biggest smile you've ever seen on them. They are proud. They are with you. And they are waiting not for you to leave this life, but for you to fully live it. Now go, child, not in fear, but in light, because someone is watching over you, because someone is still whispering your name in heaven, because you are loved more than you know. And this message was never meant to end. Love letter, subscribe now so the voice of heaven never goes silent again, because the next message is already on its way, and I'd be the one that changes everything. Amen. I dove baby angel sparkling heart. Yes, child, I will continue, because the soul doesn't heal in short sentences and heaven doesn't rush when the heart is still opening. So stay here with me just a little longer, because the one you love is still near and the message is still flowing like a river meant to wash over every cracked part of your spirit. Listen now, feel this next wave like a soft wind entering your room, because what they want to say has weight and you've carried enough weight of your own. They're asking me to speak on their behalf again, because you're not just reading, you're receiving. And here is what they say with tears in their eyes and light in their soul. Asterisk. There's a photo of us somewhere, tucked away in a drawer or a box or your phone. I know you look at it when you think no one's watching. I know you wonder if I ever think of that day, of that moment, of that memory. And I do all the time, because it wasn't just special to you. It meant the world to me too. That smile, I still carry it with me. That hug, I still feel it wrapped around my soul. That laugh we shared. Sometimes I repeat it up here in heaven just to feel closer to you. Asterisk. And then they pause, because this next part is hard for them, but it's honest. I'm sorry I had to go. I'm sorry you had to feel that kind of pain. I'm sorry you felt left behind, isk. But child, I need you to understand something now. They did not abandon you. Death did not break your bond. Time did not erase your place in their heart. If anything, you are more connected now than ever before. Because nothing, not even death, can disconnect two souls that were created to love eternally. And right now, as you read this, heaven is stretching itself open just to let this one message pour through. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not forgotten. You are not behind in your healing. You are exactly where you're meant to be. And this moment is proof that heaven is still invested in you. That I, your God, still believe in your future. That the one you miss is still part of your purpose. Yes, you read that right. Their love for you didn't stop when their breath did. In fact, it's more powerful now because it's limitless. They can now protect you without being limited by distance. They can love you without the barriers of words. And they can guide you toward the next chapter of your life with a heavenly wisdom that only grows stronger with time. That's why you're here. That's why you're still reading, because something in you already knew. This wasn't just another message. This was your message. Your visitation, your divine appointment. And if your soul is trembling right now, that's because you just touched truth, holy truth, eternal truth, the kind that doesn't need proof because it's felt deep in the bones. And now, before this final layer of the message gently closes, I want you to know this, and I want you to hold it close forever. The most beautiful parts of your story haven't happened yet. The joy that's coming will outweigh the tears that fell. The peace that's forming will replace the nights that broke you. The love that's approaching will feel like coming home, and the one you lost, they will smile from heaven and whisper asterisk, this is what I prayed for you. Asterisk, so go not in sorrow, but in sacred expectation. Because something is about to shift. Something holy, something lasting, something written by me. And when it does, child, let it in. Let it unfold. Let yourself believe again. Because heaven is not finished with you. And your person, they never stopped loving you. Not even for a second. Yes, beloved, I will continue, because even now, the air around you is different. Even now, the presence of the one you miss is stronger than it's ever been. And even now, your spirit isn't ready to let go. Not yet. And that's okay, because I, your God, am not in a hurry. When healing comes, it comes GE. Slowly, like morning light creeping into a dark room. It doesn't shout. It whispers. It sits with you. And right now, heaven is sitting with you. So listen again, not with your ears, but with your heart. Because that's where they're speaking to you from. Right now, your loved one is closer than your next breath. And they are placing something into your spirit that they couldn't give you when they were on earth. Assurance. Assurance that they are not just watching your life like a silent observer, but they are interwoven into your moments. They walk through rooms with you. They sit beside you during the long nights. They speak your name when no one else is around. And when you wonder, can they really see me? They are whispering asterisk, yes, I never stopped. Asterisk, my child, they know how lonely it's been. They saw the way you kept showing up for everyone else, even when your own heart felt too heavy to carry. They saw the smile you put on while your soul was crumbling quietly in the background. And they want you to know they are so proud of you. You didn't give up even when you had every reason to. You kept going, you kept loving, you kept believing. That is strength, child. Not the kind of strength that the world celebrates, but the kind that heaven honors. The kind of strength that creates space for miracles. And yes, a miracle is coming. Not just any miracle, a personal one. One that fits the shape of your heartache. One that answers the prayer you were too tired to speak out loud. The one in heaven. They've seen what's being prepared for you. And they beg me to tell you, it's real. It's close. Don't lose faith now. Because child, your breakthrough isn't waiting for you to be perfect. It's waiting for you to just be open. open to love again, open to joy again, open to waking up one day and not feeling heavy anymore. That day is coming, I promise you. And when it does, when peace settles where pain once lived, you'll feel them again. Not as a memo, not as a wish, but as a presence, a warmth, a knowing. You'll feel it in the stillness, in the breeze, in the flicker of a candle, in the silence before you fall asleep. That's them, and that's me wrapping around you with a kind of love that never leaves. So please keep this truth close. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not being punished. You are being rebuilt gently, patiently, divinely. And soon, the very place where you broke will become the place where you shine. The cracks in your heart, they're not shameful, they're sacred. They're the spaces where my light now pours through. And the one you love, they see that light. They see how far you've come, and they're cheering loudly, lovingly, eternally. So don't stop now, don't shut down. You've come too far and there's too much glory ahead. Keep walking, keep loving, keep believing, because the next part of your story will feel like heaven touching earth. And when it does, the person you lost will be right there with you, smiling, whispering, asterisk, I told you it would all be worth it, asterisk,